What are you feeling in this moment?
I just feel like he's here, like he knows I'm here.
So what we like to do as part of this series is just have you look right into the camera and say your name and your relationship to the victim.
My name is Amy Deanne Presley. Dean Kenneth Thatcher is my father.
Do you maybe want to read the letter that you sent to Kendra?
I want to say I did not know my father. I was told the last time I saw him, I was 3. He took me and my sister for a visit. We both got chicken pox and he took us back to my mom, and then we never saw him again.
He had that big smile, seemed like he had a big laugh.
It just felt like you could actually see the life in him in the pictures. It looks like he would be somebody that had a really big heart. It's a part of my life that was missing always. All I know for certain is that I needed to know him.
So I know that you've been looking for your dad for a long time. Do you want to maybe let's just start at the beginning then. What happened to your dad?
The murder?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read it out loud?
I don't know if I can. I don't have glasses.
Okay.
Print small.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. It says homicide, arson suspected in death in tavern fire. Although neither the cause of the death of the man found in the burned ruins of the Springwater Tavern in Lillawop area, nor the cause of the fire which burned the tavern to the ground have been officially determined, investigation is being conducted on the basis that the incident is a homicide arson. The body has been tentatively identified as Dean K. Thatcher. On October 26, 1979, at 4:30 in the morning, a trucker driving on Highway 101 in rural Mason County noticed flames coming from the Springwater Tavern. 12 hours later, investigators found the body of the bar's owner, Dean Thatcher, inside. 6 months before that, 16-year-old Amy had begun searching for the father she never knew. By the time she discovered who and where he was dead.
He was murdered the same year that I started looking for him. Had talked to his second wife, and she told me that he always used to say, I'm not gonna live past 46. Like he knew something, and then when he had a birthday and he turned 47, she said, you can't say that anymore. He was murdered 2 months later.
The original detectives on the case collected evidence, including a jacket belonging to suspect James Reinhart. Investigators interviewed him in 1980 in an Oregon prison where he was serving time for an unrelated crime. When they asked him about a bloodstain on the sleeve of the jacket, Reinhart became, quote, a great deal more defensive. He asked if they were going to test it to see if it belonged to Dean Thatcher.
I know they have a lot of evidence, and the coat even has blood on it. Sometimes I want to say I would test my blood against that, see if it was actually his blood, but I think they should have had answers back then.
According to the original case file from 1979, detectives found Dean's own .22 caliber pistol under his burned body. Investigators believe the fire that was set to cover up the murder was likely started on or near his body. It burned so hot that Dean's hands were missing when his remains were discovered.
My name is Cloyd Steiger. I'm a retired homicide detective from the Seattle Police Department. I went through the file. Yeah, there was a person of interest who had been writing bad checks all over, and the victim had been threatening to get everybody together that this guy wrote bad checks to and have him prosecuted. And this guy didn't want to go back to jail, kind of a bottom feeder, took advantage of people.
Reinhart had a documented history of financial disputes with the victim, and witnesses saw his car, an El Camino with a custom license plate, near the tavern around the time of the homicide and fire.
He probably did it. I mean, they were probably on the right track. So what should happen is they should resubmit that evidence, specifically look and see if they can locate the blood on that sleeve. But I would also take the whole jacket and run an MVAC, wet vacuum DNA system all over it, because he could have had a physical struggle with the guy. I would just go send everything back and do it all over again, because it's not even remotely like it was in 1979 now.
The Mason County Sheriff's detective currently assigned to the case said in an email that the Letterman jacket is one of the pieces of evidence she'd like to resubmit to the state crime lab for testing.
Where do I go from here?
Is this your first time being out here?
This is my first time being out here, yes. For as horrible as it was that happened that night, it's a really pretty place.
Yeah. Yeah, you can picture the tavern here.
You can
Lights
almost
on.
see how big the building was. Pictures of that night would go through my head sometimes. The fear he must have felt.
Is this overwhelming?
A little bit. I now feel like I know him as best as I can without knowing him. I want to make him proud of me. And maybe in some way, if they truly look down on you, they will know that I loved and needed him. He deserves justice, and 1,000%. If he wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I just hope for some kind of peace and closure with it. You know, it's been a long time. It's never been solved. I feel like he deserves some kind of answers. I don't think it's too late for answers, but, you know, it was horrible what happened to him.